Are you looking for the best Google Pixel phone? In this video, we will look at some of the 4 best Google Pixel phone on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Google Pixel 8a. Google's Pixel 8a, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, is all the phone most people need. It's pretty. I particularly love the translucent and deliciously green aloe color, and the matte back makes it a pleasure to hold. The 6.1-inch screen size also means it's not too big and not too small, a nice middle ground. The OLED display can now hit up to 2000 nits. It gets remarkably bright compared to its predecessor, the Pixel 7a, especially in the sun, making the screen easy to read. This screen also bumps the refresh rate up to 120 Hz, so every animation and interaction feels super fluid. It's made of more recycled materials than before, and Google has upped the software support to a whopping 7 years, the longest you'll find on an Android phone under $500. Oh, and there's now proper face unlock in addition to fingerprint unlock, giving you 2 biometric authentication methods to unlock your phone and quickly access sensitive apps. Inside is Google's Tensor G3 chipset, which is the same that's inside the 2023 Pixel 8 series. It's plenty fast for everyday tasks and most mobile gaming, and it also allows for a few new software tricks, like Audio Magic Eraser, which lets you remove annoying background sounds in your videos, like a siren. Best Take is another smart feature that enables you to swap your face in a group shot if you took a couple of photos around the same time for those moments when you blink. Pixels are chock full of smart software features like this, and the Pixel 8a can do nearly everything its pricier siblings can do. Speaking of the camera system, a 64-megapixel sensor leads the pack, joined by a 13-megapixel ultra-wide, and they're among the best cameras you'll find at this price. Use the night sight camera mode to light up dark scenes, or portrait mode to add some nice blur effect. That said, I found Real Tone Google's algorithm for processing more accurate skin tones in photos and videos didn't deliver as accurate a skin tone for me as prior Pixels. Selfies are also not tack sharp because the front camera has a fixed focus. Number 2. Google Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9 Pro XL. The Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9 Pro XL, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, are a sizable step up from the Pixel 8a and firmly put you in flagship territory. You get more features, better build quality, more cameras, nicer specs. You get the idea. This is the first time you have size options for the Pro models, and they are the same phone no matter which you choose, barring battery and screen size. The 6.3-inch Pixel 9 Pro is my favorite, as it has all the Pro features I want in a compact package. But if you prefer a big screen experience, opt for the 6.8-inch Pixel 9 Pro XL. On the hardware front, these Pixels have LTPO displays, meaning the screen can refresh from as little as 1 Hz to 120 Hz, making them power efficient. They're also the brightest OLED panels on a Pixel to date, and I had no trouble reading them on sunny days. Between the two, the Pixel 9 Pro XL can charge faster, getting roughly 70% in 30 minutes, whereas the Pixel 9 Pro will sit at around 55% in the same period. A bigger 5060 mAh battery means better battery life too, and the XL model regularly had a little more juice at the end of the day. Neither phone will last 2 days on a single charge with heavy use, but both will get you through a full day. Other small improvements? Google has swapped the optical fingerprint sensor for an ultrasonic scanner, which has been far more reliable in my testing. You still get access to secure face unlock. There's also DisplayPort support, so you can plug these Pixels into external displays to mirror the screen. You still get Qi wireless charging, but sadly, Google has not yet adopted the Qi 2 standard, which would have enabled a MagSafe-like magnetic charging system. Guess we'll have to wait for the Pixel 10. The main distinction between these and any other Pixel phones in this guide is the vapor chamber cooling system in the Pixel 9 Pro models. This is a fairly common feature on high-end smartphones, and it helps dissipate heat. Less heat means the phone's Tensor G4 processor won't throttle and limit performance. I noticed this immediately after playing Zenless Zone Zero for 2 hours, which resulted in a lukewarm Pixel 9 Pro XL despite running the game at max graphics settings. I didn't see many stutters. It was the opposite story on the base Pixel 9, which does not have this cooling system. It got really hot and stuttered more frequently. If you're an avid gamer, or if you've used Pixel phones in the past and noticed how hot they get, it's worth snagging the Pro, The cameras are where the Pixel 9 Pro phones shine. You get a 50MP main camera, a 48MP ultra-wide, and a 48MP 5x telephoto zoom. Even the selfie camera has been upgraded to 42MP, and this produces noticeably sharper selfies than any other Pixel that came before. I dive deep into the changes Google has made to the Pixel 9 series image processing algorithms here, including Real Tone, the tech that enables more accurate skin tones in photos and videos. Number 3. Google Pixel 9. The Pixel 9, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, is an excellent phone, but within the context of Google's lineup, it's in an awkward spot. It looks distinct enough from the Pixel 8a, but you're not going to see a massive difference between them despite the large price gap. There's slightly better battery life, a slightly brighter display, and slightly faster charging, but these are quite minor improvements, and there's a good chance the Pixel 8a will get many of the smart software features launching on the Pixel 9 via a software update later on. The biggest upgrades are in the camera system. The 50MP main camera and 48MP ultra-wide will deliver sharper results. Even better is the 10.5MP selfie camera, which now features autofocus for sharper images. You'll also see a small boost in performance thanks to the Tensor G4 and 12GB of RAM, but you might not notice this on average day-to-day tasks. The lack of the 5x optical zoom camera and the vapor cooling system found on the Pixel 9 Pro models also make it tough to recommend for Pro users. So give the Pixel 8a a shot. You might be able to save some cash in the process. If you want the latest software features now and more refined hardware, then the Pixel 9 will satisfy. Number 4. Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold might not have received a very high score in my review, 6 out of 10, Wired recommends. But that's largely because I want Google to match this $1,800 phone's hardware to what you're getting with the $999 Pixel 9 Pro, and exceed it. As it stands, there are a few things the Pixel 9 Pro does better. For example, the photos snapped by the telephoto and ultra-wide cameras are not as sharp in low light compared to the cheaper flagship. If you're spending $1,800 on a Pixel 9 Pro Fold, shouldn't it be better in every way than the Pixel 9 Pro? Leaving that aside, this is still the best book-like folding phone available right now, though Honor is giving Google a run for its money outside the US. I prefer it over Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 6, largely because the 6.3-inch front screen feels nearly identical to the Pixel 9 Pro. It's thinner and lighter than its predecessor, all of which help make this phone more usable when it's folded. And believe me, you'll be using it 80% of the time in its folded state. But when you open it up, you get a large 8-inch OLED screen that almost feels like a more compact iPad mini. This screen is great for running two apps side by side in split-screen mode, or for watching shows, YouTube, and playing games. You may have to play around with the aspect ratios for some apps, as some content might get cut off, but this is easy to change in the phone's settings. Battery life is reliable enough, lasting a full day of average use with around 30% left. This will vary if you use the 8-inch screen more often than the exterior one. It's worth noting that you may run into some issues with wireless charging on this device. It doesn't work with Google's now discontinued Pixel Stand Gen 2 because the coils do not align. I tried it on a few other wireless charging stands to no effect. Your best bet is to use a wireless charging pad. You get all the same software features as the Pixel 9 series, but there are some extras to take advantage of all the screens. Made You Look, for example, plays a cute animation on the outer screen to make sure your kiddo stares at it when you're trying to capture a photo. When you're on a Google Meet call, you can now utilize all the screens so that everyone around you can see the person you're speaking with, and that means using all the cameras too, so the person on the other end doesn't have to see just your face.